welcome back to my channel. My name's Nastazsa. If you're new here, I'd love it if you would subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram and TikTok as well. For today's video, I'm just sharing with you guys how to get that restoration hardware look for less. I am a huge restoration hardware fan, but I'm definitely not a fan of the price point. I absolutely fell in love with their new gallery in Newport Beach. I go there a lot. I love it, and I love just like getting inspiration and stuff, but the price point can be extremely high. If you guys aren't aware of restoration hardware pricing, they have pieces I've seen up to $30,000. So it's definitely super expensive and not a realistic price point. And even when you're searching at the outlet, I do find that they have a great selection, but even when you're shopping outlet pricing, you can expect on average the pricing to be a few $1,000s. So it's definitely not cheap by any means, but you can definitely get that restoration hardware look for less. Also on a better scale, because another thing that people do not realize about restoration hardware furniture is most of it is built for a very large home with a very high ceiling. So if you don't have like a huge mansion, a lot of the pieces aren't gonna fit properly within your home. So I will have the links to everything that I share in today's video linked to the description box down below. Without further ado, we can just jump right into it. Okay, one of my favorite pieces that they have styled all over the store are these like large ceramic pots. I personally love them. They look very antique and aged, but obviously they are not. They're also not at the best price point. They still can be a little bit pricey. I believe these will run you about $1,000. Another thing to keep in mind, I was able to snag one of these from the outlet, and I got it home and I was like, oh my gosh, this is massive. So again, if you don't have like a huge house, it might not fit or work for you. I'm still trying to figure out where I can put it because I did not realize how big. Obviously it looks great and beautiful in the store because the store is massive, but when you get it home, it's not practical. However, on Amazon, they have this pot and it looks exactly the same, like with the same tones and textures on a smaller scale, and it is 90% less in price. So definitely a really great option to check out. And then they do have some really great like faux plants also through restoration hardware, but again, they are really like tall. I believe they're around like 8 to 10 feet. So again, if that doesn't fit in your home and you need something smaller, also if you want something a lot cheaper, again, in the $100 price range, you can find some really good faux plants, and this one in particular would pair perfectly with the pot that I just showed, and you would be getting that restoration hardware look for a lot less. All right, next up, what you will find all around the store are these gorgeous sideboards. I had my eye on one for quite some time, and it finally came up at the outlet, but even at the outlet, it was $3,000. I just wasn't looking to spend that kind of money at the moment. I just bought a house, so I'm definitely on a budget, and I have a lot to buy, so I was like, I can't justify spending that much on a console at the moment. So I hopped onto Amazon and I found these. I love them, and I feel like you just buy 2 of these, push them together, and you can get that exact same look for less. These are a really great quality as well. I actually know a few people personally who have purchased these and they absolutely love them. So this is definitely the way that I will be getting that restoration hardware look for less in my home. Also, if you need like a bigger console, you can even grab a 3rd one of these, and even buying 3 of these would be like half the price of the outlet console pricing. So again, another great way that you can save some cash. Another thing that you'll notice that stands out about restoration hardware if you go into their stores is the beds are styled so well. They do sell the bedding too, but again, that is something that is very expensive. And I kind of put all the things together in the cart the other day just to give you guys a general ballpark, and the pieces that I found that I liked for bedding, it ended up being $5,000. So to achieve that cool bed look that you will see all over the store, about $5 grand is what it's gonna cost you. So obviously I'm not into spending that kind of money on bedding. I found this beautiful chocolate throw that I feel like is amazing, and if you just wanted to add this to any bedding setup, I feel like it would just give you that pop and very elegant look if you just folded this at the foot of the bed. So this is definitely something that I'm going to pick up to achieve that kind of more sophisticated look in terms of bedding. All right, they have several new wood coffee tables, and they have very unique and organic shapes to them. I think that these are great, and to be completely honest, I've seen them at the outlet before, and after seeing them up close, I just couldn't justify the price point for the quality. and they were a little bit on like the low side. I don't like coffee tables that are super low to the ground, so I went searching on Amazon and I actually found this one, which this is under 500 bucks and it looks so good. Like this literally looks like it's from Restoration Hardware or even other like high-end furniture brands, and you can get that like designer look for a lot less with this. So I would definitely recommend checking these out. I'm definitely not someone who spends like a ton of money on just like a simplistic wood coffee table like that. Definitely think you should go with the lower end option. All right, their new sofas are absolutely gorgeous and stunning. They're even comfortable at the Restoration Hardware outlet, but like I mentioned to you guys, you can expect to pay about $10,000 for these little size couches. That is kind of what they run. So I was like, wait, we can definitely find like this unique shape with a little bit of comfort way less than that. So this is another cool option, I thought, and I feel like this would definitely give you that whole Restoration Hardware look for less. You could pair this with the coffee table that I just showed and then the planter and kind of put everything together, and you would have like a really cool Restoration Hardware like living room look for a lot less. So I would highly recommend checking out the sofa because I think it's really cute. Once I'm ready for my living room design, this is definitely a top contender. All right, so they have these pharmacy style floor lamps. I feel like that's like one of the most like iconic Restoration Hardware pieces that they are known for. You will see these pretty much everywhere. I love the look of them, but they are so easy to get a high quality dupe for a lot less. You can find them in several different finishes. This is definitely something that I would like shy away from even if you found it at the outlet, because this is definitely a piece that you can find a really great quality dupe for it so easily. So it's not even something I would recommend splurging on from them. Definitely go the cheaper route with this specific option. All right, they have these beautiful new alabaster chandeliers. They are super expensive. They can run you several $1,000s. This one is pretty much exactly what you're gonna find in the store, and this one is under $1,000. So definitely a great way to get the Restoration Hardware look for less is to look for lighting alternatives. I feel like a lot of their design work comes together specifically because of the unique lighting that they use. So that's definitely something that you can look for to kind of replicate that Restoration Hardware look for less. Having a good focal point like a really nice statement light is a great way to elevate the room and make it look more high-end. Their bed frames are absolutely stunning. This is one of the things that I love so much about Restoration Hardware, but again, I did not purchase a mansion, so a lot of them are very large scale. There was one recently back at the outlet and I loved it, but I didn't even think that they would be able to bring it inside my house because it's so large. Fun fact, I actually purchased a couch from the Restoration Hardware outlet. It was a sample, so I got a really good deal on it. And when the delivery team got to my house, it did not fit through the door. They actually had to remove the door to get it in. So just to give you an idea of how large some of their stuff can be. So definitely make sure like things will fit in your home, especially if you're doing some outlet shopping. But I feel like this bed is a really good alternative. You'll get that same like high-end look. I love the look of like the wood and fabric. I feel like it looks very high-end and it's like a very timeless piece in terms of a bed selection. So I feel like that would be a really great one to check out if you kind of want to get that same look. All right, this is one of my absolute favorites. It's definitely on my wish list, but I did the math the other day. Even if it were to come out at the outlet, it would still be super expensive because usually the stuff at the outlet is only about 40% off. So if you're doing the math and just trying to do the calculations, even at 40% off, this sectional is pretty expensive. It is a like adjustable reclining sectional, which I think is amazing. But if you kind of want to get this same look, this one of course does not have the reclining option, but this one looks almost identical to that one. So if you like just like the streamlined, simplistic look of this sofa, this would be a really great option for you to check out. I'm also including this one if you weren't looking for a sectional and you wanted to get that same look in a sofa. You do have this option for this version as well. That's definitely more on the affordable side. They do a lot of benches at the ends of the beds, you will find, and I love that look. Super easy to achieve, and I would highly highly recommend going on Amazon if you're in the market for a bench. You can find pretty much anything that you are looking for. This one looks very similar to the one from Restoration Hardware. This one is only a little bit over $100, so a really great affordable option and something that, again, you don't have to break the bank on. Another gorgeous wall sconce that I saw in there, and I immediately was like, okay, I need to find something that looks like this that is a little bit more affordable, because I'd love to have 2 of these in my entryway. They've got this really nice curve to them and the alabaster, and again, these look close to being identical at the ones that are at Restoration Hardware, but obviously not as expensive. They're definitely known also for those like elegant mirrors that you saw paired with those sconces. Again, this is another great alternative if you're looking for that. Under $200 and you can still get this whole little look. You're looking at about $500 for the same little Restoration Hardware look that this alone, I'm pretty sure the mirror is probably over $1,000. They have this really pretty, gorgeous table lamp, and I went on the hunt for a dupe once I saw it because I was like, you could definitely find something similar. You guys know how much I love the brand Sofavia. They do a lot of high-end looking furniture for a realistic price point. Definitely recommend checking them out. I feel like just in general, their brand has a lot of Restoration Hardware vibe items at a much lower price point. So definitely check them out because I feel like this lamp gives you that same vibe for a lot less. And then one thing I saw a lot of in the store was a lot of elegant curtains and the curtains around the bed. I recently discovered this brand on Amazon and I have made 4 purchases so far of curtains from them. They have the most perfect sheer curtains you can find. I think sheer curtains look so expensive, so high-end. They give you that bit of privacy along with allowing a little bit of light in, which I love. I don't always like a full blackout. I would like to kind of like have lighting coming in but have that privacy element. These are seriously such good quality. They feel super expensive and luxury, but they do not break the bank. All right, and then lastly, again, I mentioned lighting. One cool thing that Restoration Hardware does is that they will always include some sort of crystal chandelier, even if it doesn't go with the vibe of the room. And I personally love it. It's not 100% my style, but just seeing that they'll have like a total like boho style room and then they'll add in that crystal chandelier, it just gives like that nice pop. I love it. You can definitely find one identical to what you see on Amazon for a lot less, so I would highly recommend checking this one out. It's only a few $100s as opposed to a few thousand. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to do more videos like this for you. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!